With the release of his critically acclaimed mixtape, Perfect Timing, back in 2017, it didn't take long for Lil Baby to start blowing up the radio. To the surprise of his fans though, artists from within the rap game don't seem to respect his hustle. But why is this the case? And what is it about the iconic lyricist's attitude that other rappers can't stand? Well, the answer may surprise you, so stay tuned. Who is Lil Baby? To really get to the bottom of things, we have to start at the very beginning. Dominique Armani Jones, as he is officially known, was born in Atlanta, Georgia on December 3rd, 1994, making him just 26 years old at the moment. And since he grew up in the Oakland City neighborhood, it goes without saying that he got into a fair amount of trouble in his early years. In fact, being abandoned by his father when he was just 2 years old resulted in the young rapper turning to the dark side, which eventually led to him dropping out of Washington High School before reaching the 10th grade. And since school attendance was the only thing keeping him off the street, Lil Baby found himself spiraling downwards until finally he was arrested on possession charges and incarcerated for a total of 2 years. It was at this point that the rapper found solace in music. So once he was released from prison, it didn't take long before he was rocking the airwaves with the release of Perfect Timing, one of the greatest mixtapes in recent history. But there was something different about Lil Baby that really rubbed other rappers the wrong way, and it had everything to do with how easy success seemed to come to him. What was it about his career that was perfect timing? You see, Lil Baby arrived on the rap scene at exactly the right time. Before he made his debut, the rap industry was very much based on respect and street cred. It's why rappers like 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg were able to rise to the top, knowing full well that they had come from the streets and done some violent things in an effort to make it really added to their appeal. But if you look at the state of rap at the moment, this is no longer the case. In fact, rap has been separated into a number of different categories, ranging from mumble to melodic rap. And it's the rise of this latter category that really allowed Lil Baby to shine. Before he was released from prison in 2017, melodic rappers weren't having the best of times. But then came the paradigm shift in which rap became the leading genre of the streaming era. With hits like Bad and Bougie from Migos and Black Beatles from Ray Sremmurd leading the charge, melodic rap went on to become the most exciting genre that the music industry could offer, and Lil Baby just so happened to be a melodic rapper in his own right. This explains why Perfect Timing never struggled to get off the ground, which essentially created some frustration amongst the other rappers in the industry. It's difficult to see people succeed immediately where you have struggled in the past, and early collaboration did nothing to help the situation. While it may be true that Lil Baby fit into this new popular category of music, his success in the industry extends far beyond this. You see, he was also unique enough to stand out from the crowd, and since next to every rapper in the industry was attempting to break into melodic rap at the time, this was definitely needed. His high-pitched flow allowed fans to point him out in a space rife with competition, an attribute that went on to attract the attention of Drake. And once again, this was perfect timing for Lil Baby, as Drake was just about to drop significant tracks like God's Plan and In My Feelings. Suffice to say, Lil Baby's collaboration with the Canadian rapper caused him to blow up even more and served as a pretty great introduction of his unique flow to millions of new listeners. Whether it was the presence of Drake on the track or his ability to stamp Lil Baby with some approval, Yes Indeed went on to become Lil Baby's first top 10 Hot 100 hit, an accomplishment he is still proud of to this day. Once again, rappers couldn't believe how lucky the artist had become, securing a collaboration of note without having to grind like the rest of them. We're about to dive into the controversial Migos Beef and how the rapper has no problem punching down, so don't go anywhere. What about the controversial Migos Beef? Rumors then began to float around town regarding the alleged beef between Lil Wayne and Migos. And while these rumors are still being denied by the artists, who are currently both signed to the same record company, they definitely added some fuel to the fire. According to reports, it all started back in 2020 when Lil Baby's crew ended up jumping fellow rapper Offset, leaving him stripped down to his underwear. But this alleged altercation never took place. At least that's what Lil Baby said, calling the situation cap and telling his followers to stay away from fake news. That being said, the public knew that something was up, with Offset going on to unfollow Lil Baby on Instagram for a short while later. Migos were then asked a question about the rapper in an interview with Hot 97, and while it took the group a while to answer that they appreciate what Lil Baby is doing at the moment, the awkward silence before his answer from Quavo told a different story. The problem with this situation from the perspective of other rappers in the industry is that Migos and Lil Baby appear to be beefing on the down low, but rap has never been about underhanded comments. If you have an issue with an artist, you settle it. At least that's what artists used to do back in the day. A sign of the times? Maybe, but definitely one that makes first-generation rappers cringe. Is Lil Baby giving Atlanta-based rap a bad name? In fact, Atlanta rappers in general seem to be fed up with what Lil Baby has been throwing down in recent years. From Gucci Mane to 21 Savage, the talk around town is that Lil Baby isn't repping Atlanta the way he should, especially considering how he came from the streets. For those of you who don't know, the culture of Atlanta rap is a pretty strong one, with artists from all across the region competing to be named the king of Atlanta rap. And unfortunately for Lil Baby, the rap game back in Atlanta appears to be solely concentrated on criminal activity over and above everything else. We saw this when King Von was taken out in a drive-by shooting last year. Not surprising considering how many Atlanta rappers are connected to the underground, but Lil Baby doesn't appear to form any part of this culture. Rather than relying on full trap tracks, he has instead chosen to cement himself in the category of melodic rap. It's what he's good at after all, and what his fans have come to love. But since it's a style that Atlanta isn't too comfortable with at the moment, with many regarding it to be soft, it goes without saying that Lil Baby simply doesn't fit in. In other words, you could say that Atlanta rappers fail to understand the appeal of his raps and are somewhat jealous of the uniqueness he brings to the table. The rapper has no problem punching down. Artists in the game have also been known to strike up a few controversies that fall outside of the music industry, something that a few rappers on the scene don't have an appreciation for. It's supposed to be about the music, after all, not about the fame achieved from making a spectacle of yourself. And since Lil Baby has yet to achieve the status of someone like Kanye West or Drake, his little squabbles with celebrities outside of the rap game have really served to frustrate others. That being said, this isn't always Lil Baby's fault. Just look back at the Logan Paul beef that sprung up earlier this year, and you'll know what we mean. For those of you who never heard about it, the YouTuber turned boxer went on to discuss Lil Baby on his podcast, stating that he simply couldn't get away from the rapper's terrible music, which was being over-promoted on Spotify. Lil Baby had the perfect comeback to the statement though, tweeting, "Logan who? More like give him a year to have 11 million. And just like that, the public were sent into a frenzy, wondering whether Logan would be challenging the rapper to a professional boxing match over these fighting words that Lil Baby had tweeted. But in the end, it was Logan who caved, tweeting, "I was wrong about Lil Baby," for all his followers to see. And there you have it, the main reasons why Lil Baby isn't appreciated by other talents in the industry. What do you think about the iconic rapper? Should he cave? Or would you prefer him to flaunt his uniqueness in spite of what others think? Be sure to let us know in the comment section down below.